Hello everyone, how's it going? You can see behind me right here, I have all of my books that I have kept from the old apartment because update, I've moved. Lots of natural light, higher ceilings, and the best part of it all is that I can finally move all of the shelves, all 6 shelves that I own into my room. We are in the living room area and it's quite a mess actually. We moved in a few days ago. A lot of things are everywhere at the moment, but the first things that I moved were my books. So far, pretty much they're going to be the last thing that I move now that everything sort of has been put into its own place. But I decided to sort of move my books out of the living room into my room just so that we can have more space for other things. And how I'm going to do this is just essentially through genre, if I can. I got rid of a lot of books like over the past couple of weeks. I think close to 200, I want to say. Enough to fill like a whole trunk full of books, which was insane. Also, like selling used books in LA or just giving books back to used bookstores in general, very hard. It's pretty much non-existent. None of them, even like the Last Bookstore or just like other different used bookstores in the area, they aren't really taking in or buying back books in general. So I just donated a lot of it to either friends or to the library. So yeah, in a nutshell, this would be just a little charming, cozy segue into a new bookshelf reorganization. As always, I have the white Billy bookcases from IKEA. So as you can see, all right here are just stacks of books. I was aiming to just maybe move around like 10 to 15 boxes of books, pretty much the exact number of boxes that I moved from SF to LA. It was 20 boxes, and not the big kinds, but the smaller ones. So that's why there's so many boxes. But yeah, if we ever move again, I will never ever move the amount of boxes that I did with this one. It was just backbreaking. I felt like it was one of the most intense workouts I've ever experienced in my life. But yeah, right now it's sort of a mess. I don't know where to start actually. I kind of just want to leave this here, not look at it, just call it a day. But I know that that's not possible. So we're going to get right into it. Okay, so before we get further into the whole reorganization process, I would like to thank today's video sponsor, Luisa. Luisa is a sustainable jewelry company that I admire and I pretty much wear on a daily basis. Everywhere I go, even in the shower. I've pretty much been a loyal Luisa member for God knows how long now, at least like 4 years. I've been wearing it since like the pandemic. I love how long lasting, simple, and elegant their jewelry is. It's honestly perfect for any gift, for anyone really. I get occasional comments asking where my earrings are, and they're from Ana Luisa. They have not tarnished. Even the bracelet that I'm wearing right now, also from Ana Luisa. So you can say that Ana Luisa has been a staple part of my life for a good long while now. If you live in the US, they offer free shipping, and they're also carbon neutral since they offset with their packaging and their products as well. So with Mother's Day just around the corner, if you're looking for that long-lasting, perfect gift for a family friend, your mother, or a loved one, and look no further because Ana Luisa has got you covered. Sometimes when your grandmother or your mom even passes down a family heirloom or a piece of jewelry that holds a lot of value or sentimental to them, well, for this Mother's Day, Ana Luisa can join that collection. They have a really nice sale going on their website at the moment. You get 25% off. I will leave a link down below where you can definitely check that out. With that being said, I want to go ahead and showcase the 3 pieces that Ana Luisa sent over. First up, we have the Poetry Slim Silver Bracelet, and I'm actually currently wearing that right now. I really like this one. I love how minimal and simple it is, pretty much incorporated with much everything I wear now. Next up, we have the Simple Ear Cuff Silver. I used to have like 11 piercings on one ear, and one of those piercings was the orbital piercing. I think that's what it's called. One day I took it out and it closed up, and so now thanks to Ana Luisa, I can at least replicate, that look, that feeling again. Last but not least, I have the Nate silver earrings, and I've actually owned a pair of these. However, since the move, I misplaced one of the earrings, and so Ana Luisa pulled through and sent me another pair. It's one of my favorite pieces to wear to date. It's just really easy to wear, slip it on and click it, and you're all set. And there you have it. With that being said, everything will be linked down below, and thank you once again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Hello, we moved to the room. I just wanted to quickly show you guys the shelves on my right, your left, I believe. But yeah, so there are 6 shelves total. Here we go. From one end to the other. Actually, the wall wasn't long enough, so I had to like make a little corner right over here. So we have 3 regular shelves and 3 skinny bookcases. So on top, right over here, I'm planning on putting like book of the month books together, like I did previous times. Some decorative pieces, some art as well, because the ceilings are so high, which I'm really grateful for. Right here, I had this shelf from like Urban Outfitters that I've had on a wall, on the floor, but I decided to just, I don't know, put it up here as a placeholder for other knickknacks and just like an installation piece, some artwork, prints, and all that. But yeah, that's not the most important thing. So yeah. Oh, I also want to mention the very, very first thing I placed on my bookshelf. Oh my God, what are these called? Angels? Sweaty angels? Sweetie angels. They're like the little mini figurines. These ones right over here. I forgot the name, but when I first moved in, set up the shelves, the first thing I placed. And also my projector as well, because my bed faces the wall right over here. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want a projector there, just so I can, I don't know, watch things at some point or another. Not sure if I will utilize it as much, but just thought it'd be like a cool addition to add. Okay, so I just moved a couple of books, and I think I'm gonna try to move all the books into my room first instead of dragging it from the living room into my room and then sitting on the shelves, because I feel like it would be easier just organizing everything by genre first and then just immediately stacking them on into the shelf. Hello, everyone. Just a quick update on the bookshelves. So, I have finally assembled all of the books. To my surprise, I originally said that I would put the Book of the Month books that I have on top just for some uniformity, right? All of the books that I unhauled gave me like 3 more open shelves, open spaces. So, I just shoved the rest of the Book of the Month books there. So, I don't have any books on top. I actually have a lot more shelf space now than ever. I actually also pushed all of my books back. Before, they were all pushed to the front, which sort of gave off the vibe that it was completely full. And I think that pushing it back just gives it an overall feeling of just having more room, having more space. I separated these books mainly through genre. Like on the furthest shelf right over here, we have all of my YA books, some middle grade. Yeah, and then over here we have manga, some new adult romance, and some random books, my Percy Jackson shelves, some literary classics, mostly thrillers, the first 3 shelves at least. And then we have Book of the Month books going into literary and speculative fiction, and then into urban fantasy. right over here, one of my favorite shelves. So right over here, we have just a ton of Patricia Briggs. I almost own every single book in the Mercy Thompson series, as well as The World of the Others by Anne Bishop. If you know me, I'm a sucker for just urban paranormal fantasy in general. I think it's such a niche and interesting, like underrated genre, I think. Then going into that, we have my fantasy collection of books. And then last but not least, of course, I put the shelf as like my favorites or the books that I love. So we have the Raven Cycle, we have the Song of Achilles, Vita Nostra. When I was putting all of these books together, I didn't realize I had 4 copies of The Night Circus, which might be my most owned title because I don't have any other books or duplicate copies of other books. Aside from Little Life, I have the paperback and the hardcover edition, 2 copies of The Starless Sea as well. We have Ocean Vuong, Cat Who Saved Books, Swimming in the Dark, Summer Suns. We have the Foxhole Courts, as always. And the 4th book is out, and I'm so excited. I'll be reading that very soon. And of course, my Robin Hobb collection, which is down here. I'll show you guys in a bit. I loaned a couple of copies to my friends, and I don't own the last trilogy yet. However, I have finished. I have finished the final trilogy in the Realm of the Otherlings, and I gotta say, my life is... what is life? I don't even know anymore. My life is complete, but in a way that is incomplete. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I don't have any other just the longevity of the series is just so beautiful. I just don't have anything else to look forward to anymore. Like, there's literally no other fantasy series that I have read that has come close to my love to just these books in general. I'll be doing a separate video review for the last trilogy as well as the tetralogy. If you don't know anything about Robin Hobb or the Realm of the Elderlings in general, it is perhaps legitimately the best fantasy series I've ever read in my entire life. It's comprised of like 16 books. I've made separate videos with spoilers and non-spoilers talking about each sub-series in the entire series. It's a lot of words, but it's comprised of like 5 series, I believe 4 trilogies and 1 tetralogy. I'll be making 2 separate videos for the last 2 sub-series, and I've already talked about the rest of the books, so you guys can check that out. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So if I ever do an in-depth bookshelf tour where I show every single book, it is not this video. I will be showing some close-ups of the books and all that. But aside from that, the new update to the bookshelf tour, I have finally settled and moved into the apartment. The bookshelf is stacked. The books are shelved. Big sigh of relief. But I made a promise to myself. I will never, ever, ever, ever again be moving with this amount of books in my life. Ever. Every time I think about it and look back, I'm just like, wow. Wow, just give yourself a huge pat on the shoulder because that is a huge feat. I will also leave my Patreon linked down below in case you guys are looking for extra content, sprints, and Patreon book club. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you all soon with a new video. Also, everyone, just look at Pira in his sweater. So if you guys didn't know, I shaved him because he was getting a little matted, and I thought maybe for the summer season, something new, something different. He has furry boots. He's slaying the new look, a little cunty, if you will. He was also so unbothered. Like, it was kind of shocking how unbothered he was during the whole grooming process. Like, they would lift his arm, his leg, his tail, shave his belly, basically shave it all, and he was just sitting there. He was just sitting there, lying there, limp, eyes empty, not a thought behind those eyes, just letting them do what they wanted to him. It was really funny. I also recorded some clips, which I'll showcase here, but it was hilarious. Piranesi, say hello. He did hate me though, afterwards. But we have reestablished our mutual love for each other, no? Pira? So angry!